Welcome to the New Rise Way. Today we will learn about how to deal with toxic peoples. Aaron was the quiet one. He moved through the corridors of his college like a shadow, unnoticed and unbothered. He spoke less, smiled more, and carried the kind of kindness that most people didn't know how to receive. He helped everyone, shared notes, stayed back late to assist group members, and never once raised his voice. Yet the same people he helped were the ones who mocked him behind his back. His silence was their entertainment, his softness their favorite insult. They didn't hit him, they didn't push him, but they chipped away at him slowly with sarcasm, fake compliments and empty laughter. Every time he walked into the room, conversations shifted, glances were exchanged, and grins appeared that didn't quite reach the eyes. He kept showing up, kept helping, kept believing that maybe if he just stayed kind things would get better. Then one rainy morning he didn't come to class, and the next day again he was absent. No messages, no calls. By the third day no one even mentioned his name. It was as if he had never existed. Until exactly 1 week later a brown envelope appeared on the notice board, neatly sealed, carefully written. It had no stamps, no names on the outside except for one word: for you. It was opened slowly, curious hands trembling with a feeling they couldn't explain. Inside was a single sheet of paper written in clean, small handwriting. It spoke of pain disguised as patience, of loneliness in crowded rooms, of smiles that covered wounds. It wasn't angry, it wasn't bitter, it was calm, terrifyingly calm. The kind of calm that follows after a storm has already passed. It told the story of someone who had spent years trying to earn the kindness he had freely given, of someone who had turned himself into a mirror only to be shattered by the reflections of those around him. It spoke of fading away bit by bit until nothing was left but silence, and then it ended abruptly with a simple final line that left everyone cold. The classroom went silent. The same people who had once laughed now sat frozen, trying to make sense of what they had just read. Some believed he had ended his life, some hoped he had just run away, but none of them knew for sure. Later that afternoon a second envelope was found under a classroom bench, placed there like a secret waiting to be discovered. This one was shorter, colder, clearer. It said nothing about death and everything about rebirth. It didn't ask for guilt or pity. It simply declared that the old version of him no longer existed. The version who tolerated the poison disguised as friendship. The version who stayed behind while others laughed. That boy was gone. He had disappeared without a trace, no goodbyes, no social media, no trail to follow. But in his absence he had done what his presence never could. He had made them see. And for the first time the silence he left behind was louder than any voice they had ever ignored. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more realistic and life-changing stories. Tell us in comments section if you want any story about any topic.